Thanks.
Anything you need, like water,
I'm
coffee?
good, I'm good.
This is Director Steve Sings.
Isa Louie and Siko. Teka, pakakuha nga ng card para mukhang formal tayo. Do you want me to give you an idea of my company first?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So, you can search us, actually sa FB mas madali. It's HCD. Nag-rebrand kami. Dati, Human Capital Development kami yan. Hope, Curiosity, Determination. Yeah. I'm one of the directors, owners sa Philippines. Pero the people we work with are in the UK, sa Singapore noon. Pero yung Singapore team, medyo umalis na kami sa area na yun.
So international lang naman yun?
Most of my work has been internationalization. Ako I'm into the soft skills part. So pag mga nag-away-away, mga millennial, Gen X, boomer conversation, sa akin, I work. I have teammates na specialized into executive coaching. I do coach executives too. Kung mahilig ba kayo sa analytics, kasi isip ko yung the way you work.
Yeah, mga developers yan. So,
you want numbers. Numbers, yes. So,
on our end then, of course, yung performance nila should be measured through KPIs, you know.
So, very established na kayo.
Right now, meron kami established na tool, na process, but I'm still trying my best to execute it properly. Yeah. So those are the things that I want to you know, fine-tune. Standardize, yes. So.
Kasi usually nga, like ako, like my experience with tech companies, tapos let's say, medyo startup, ganun, walang standard behavior pa eh. Kasi, di ba, you, of course, all the idea is we have a vision, tapos you have your values, and then you have the competencies, and then people's idea. Nakita ko, binasa ko nga eh. But yung tanong, is it quite clear with them, like how it lives and how it's not living inside the organization? Yung, if I'm saying integrity, how will you see integrity in this space? And what kills integrity? Kailangan malinaw yun eh.
Also, normal sa ibang industry or ibang company, yung dropping the ball.
Ooh, okay.
Yun yung gusto kong na-establish eh. Parang maging proactive sila instead of reactive.
Yung
behavior nila. At the same time, nga, sabi nito tayo yung urgency, sense of urgency. Yung mga bagay like response time, sa respondences.
Actually, simple yan eh. Shared concern. How urgent it is for you is not as urgent.
Yeah.
So ngayon, ang importante dyan is what conversations need to happen. Kasi it's easy to do the checklist in the auditing thing eh. Pero behavioral to. If you're talking about me, pag nagtanong ka, kung ako talagang isipin ko, kailan mo kailangan ko yan, gaano ka importante. Tapos kaya ko sabihin sila, hindi ko muna gagawin to kung gagawin ko yung gusto mo. May yung assertiveness ko at temperature check. It's to help you see what's happening. And if you want data, there is data. The way it works is, I'm going to have them tell stories with each other, true or not true, about how they're seeing the organization. Example. It's called, we call it a pre-hypothesis session. Okay, so nagpunta kayo sa high school reunion ninyo or college reunion, you meet someone na feeling yung bagay sa Hilsoft, the talent na kailangan ng organization. What stories would you tell about Hilsoft to get them engaged to join the organization? True or not? Ito kasi, whether it's true or not, the fact na binanggit nila, that means there's energy in that topic. So, normal na nangyareklamo, compensation, benefits, tsaka sweldo. Kasali yan palagi. Miski na sa mancom level, minsan nakakarinig pa ako yan. Ganyan talaga yung tao. Ang gusto mong nating makita, yung mga patterns, emergent patterns, yung current na focus na.
Yeah. And for me, siguro yung motivator nila was there, aside from the compensation, di ba? Ano pa
what are the other things?
What are the other things na motivator nila? So ano madiderive natin doon?
Ano madiderive natin? Saan yung focus nila? That's one. Is there a lot of... Kasi ganito ang rule dyan eh. If it's occupying your head, that means you're not paying attention to other things.
Yeah.
So it means if you think they're focused on work, work should come out dun sa board. Pag hindi nalabas yung trabaho,
yeah, ano na yan? Indicator
yan. I'll give you an example. Management committee, big fast food companies, so they expect mo. Ano sila na about strategy, targets, sales, commitment, work-life balance. Okay. Work-life balance, ayun. Kasi hindi mo sila nakahinga. Two, wala si strategy. So people are operating in front of their nose. That's bad for a management committee. Wala si customer.
Yeah, okay.
Ako talaga, sabi ko, diniretso siya, so, no, it's your first day. You guys are self-centered. So it's about me. Sabi ko, are you really about service?
Retail to, no? Restaurant.
Fast food. So ito, itong mga ito, the data will usually be about themselves. It's very me-centered. Pero, they want meaning in their work. Naghahanap din ng purpose. Yun yung mga kailangan they feel. They've seen that. Or are really impacting the world, yung mga yan. Ang common na nangyari, ang daming gumagawa ng training programs. Naka-aim ba siya sa certain competencies? Naka-aim ba siya sa values? Kasi we need to make sure your values are
demographics.
Leadership training will always be good. Yun ang masasabi ko sa iyo na what do I mean? If you are looking at, kasi I think one thing you want to do now is start building a bench.
Well, I gave them basic leadership concepts, project management, employee engagement, etc. So those things.
Those are good. So what are they doing? What is their work like?
Well, kasi kami ngayon, since software development kami, software projects, we are implementing agile methodology. So meron kami mga sprint meetings, stand-up reports, something like that. So ngayon, sila yung nag-execute with their team.
So they're using agile themselves?
They're using agile. Ako yung nagturo sa kanila ng agile.
Maganda yung agile, It's a good model.
So kasi yun naman kasing activity in terms, kunyari, magpa-planning sila. It happens lang once a week. Actually, half day a week. Yung planning nila, meeting.
Huddle sila.
Tapos yung daily nila, yung daily meetings sila, lang to, mga 15 minutes, 30 minutes na daily update meeting. Kung may roadblocks, ano yung natapos mo yesterday, ano yung gagawin mo the next day. So that's their process right now. Ngayon kung after that, the rest of the day, nagko-code na lang sila. So ito yung sprint namin for the week, meaning ito yung plan natin for the week. Ito yung sa'yo, ito yung sa akin. Diba? But yung accountable to report sa management,
yung team lead.
Yung team lead.
So siya yung nag-check ng progress.
Yes.
Tsaka quality control,
Quality control. Meron kaming QA team, which is separate. Pero may quality control in terms of code review. Meaning, i-review mo yung code before natin ipasa sa QA team. Chine-check ko rin yung work nila. Like yung sprint. Kumbaga, tama ba na pinarioritize mo to over this one? Tama ba na ito yung inassign mo sa tao na to instead of
delegation
itong tao na to? So, binavalidate ko siya Tapos i-scorean ko siya based on their plan. So, but yung sinasabi dito kasi is, well, for me kasi ang management is the reason why inassign ka as manager or team lead kasi yun naman kasing plan hindi nangyayari 100%
Yes.
Diba? Kasi may pumapasok na problem dito.
May bumulog ng granada sa plano. May fires to fight.
So, yun yung kailangan mong i-manage Diba? Doon sila ngayon nahihilo. Kasi pag nagkaroon ng ganong deviation sa plan,
nahulog sila.
Yun,
especially mga systematic. What makes them good is also is the liability.
Yeah.
What makes them efficient in their work. Kasi ang gusto nababasa ko dyan, karamihan, ito yung experience ko. Like working with the BPOs, the contact centers, ang dami yan, expert kasi sila lumalabas mga expert yan sila ng process or ng system. The moment you put them in a leadership position, yun sila
nagugulok.
Kasi they'll try to lead people like a computer. Like, kung pwede kita ni Excel sheet, sige,
step by step.
Outlook ka, o pag meeting problema, tao, people are different. Machines were, feedback was made for machines. If a machine gets your feedback, tweak the button, tapos na, ang tao, hindi mo alam kung mangyayari.
Daming variables daming parameters.
So nakikita kong mga topic ninyo dyan, number one is adjusting to change. Adapt. It's about being flexibility. So that's a leadership skill. That's when you're dealing with change, one is understanding what happens to you. Like, because of what I'm seeing, what information am I picking, what judgments or belief systems am I creating? Ang mahirap kasi dyan, pag nag-judge na ako, hindi na kita nakikita. Judgment ko yung mangingibabaw. So yun.
Correct,
So,
correct.
if I make you a bad person, every time I look at you, I'm looking for what bad things you're going to do. So we have to keep them alive na mindful. Kasi managing change is mindful. Kumusta ba yung tita? Gano'n. Tapos check ko, is she happy? Is she not happy? Ano ba talaga yung sinasabi niya sa akin? Or pag dumadating ka, meron akong default settings para sa'yo. Usually, yan yung nangyayari. Lalo na pag-discuss na kayo sa work. So it's how can I have these guys? If I'm leading, I need to go, ito isang skill, binabayaran ako maraming pera yan, to help people stop and breathe. I can't believe it so much right now. I do a lot of mindfulness work. Top executives, hinga, what am I thinking, what am I feeling, how is it showing up in my body? Kasi if you have, that's how we work, eh? Yung, the whole system. I hate to say it, the behaviors is the culture of the organization. So, kung ano yung behavior mo, yun yung lalabas sa, kasi, like you guys are leading, what you allow to be expressed or what you not allow to be expressed is what happens in an organization. Or we can help them by having them slow down. You to really breathe and see what's important to me. How am I impacting others? Yan yung nakikita ko dyan. Kasi how am I impacting the system? If I'm not feeding into yung I'm following my tigas sa ulo na ito yung gusto kong unahin cases ito. Yun yung kailangan pag-usapan. Tapos, another area you may want to train them in, mabigat, pero I think is always worth it in any organization, is to have difficult conversations. Iwas yung mga yan, sa chat mag-aaway yan. Ano yan, if I can stop and say, you know what, I don't like this decision. Yung kaya ko lang mag-express, assertiveness work, tapos, madalas kasi pag...
Correct, assertiveness.
Pag nasasaktan tayo, umiiwas na tayo, or we shut down na. What if I can say, I don't like that idea, this is why I don't like it, can you explain more to me? Yung invite ng
assertiveness
conversation. Difficult conversations, assertiveness.
Na actually gusto ko siyang talaga silang ma-release yung ano nila eh. Because the reason why is that I came from that personality. I was a programmer myself when I started. Ganun din ako, but I'm self-aware eh. So I tried changing my behavior.
You worked on yourself.
Exactly. So gusto ko rin i-share sa kanila yung my experience. So that they also change.
You just have people talk and connect like ano yung hopes and fears mo, ano yung vision mo for yourself. It's like stop and breathe and tawag namin. You have the company, if you have the time for it, one thing, stop. Talk about yung vision. Tapos sila, check mo anong relationship nila sa vision. Tapos, ano yung values ninyo. This is how I usually work. Like, ano yung values ng company? Ask people, what does innovation mean to us? What does integrity mean to us? So, you have them really work on it physically. I think from listening to you, madami na kayong systems na implement. Si Agile is very...
Marami na.
Si Scrum ginagamit nyo. Tapos, may coaching na rin kayo.
Meron akong, recently lang na in-establish namin yung formal, meron kaming formal performance evaluation and appraisal. And then i-advise ko sila kung paano mag-coach sa tao nila. And then I let them decide kung every when sila mag-coach. Every week ba, every 2 weeks, every month. Pero I gave them the tools and on how to do it. So